Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to the Live in 5 show, where we have been living live for 10 years. I'm Caleb.
And I'm Novali. The UK rushes to aid Syrians who have been infected with the Ebola disease.
Today is the football and volleyball game for Tetzlaff. We'll find out what the weather is for that.
Last night were two very close games in the NBA. I'll tell you the scores and the highlights of the players next.
The king of pop, Michael Jackson, is back in 3D.
And a motorcyclist helps a stranded woman in a life or death situation.
We'll be right back with that and more on the other side of the break.
Good morning, Trojans. I'm Mr. Compost.
And I am Miss Gigi. Some of you may recognize us, but we wanted to take this special time on Life in 5 to formally introduce ourselves.
We're one of the 4 Tetzlaff counseling interns that are here to support and encourage you, in addition to staff and teachers.
This morning on Life in 5, we are going to talk about Veterans Day.
What it is, how we can participate, and as a veteran myself, I'm happy to tell you about this special day. Veterans Day is a day we reserve for taking special time and effort to acknowledge and honor those who served or have served in our military. Veterans Day is on the 11th of November, and the school is putting together a Pride Board to honor and thank veterans and current military service members.
You may be thinking, what is a Pride Board? A Pride Board can be created and used to represent a pride and dignity we have towards our school or even sports team.
To show our pride in veterans, the staff has created a Pride Board that is open to everyone for showing special items such as pictures and drawings.
If you would like to share a photo or a drawing of someone special to you who has served or is currently serving in the military, bring a copy of a photo or a picture in an envelope with your name on it to the back office. We look forward to a wonderful Veterans Day.
Welcome back.
It's time for the Tetzlaff play-by-play.
CJSF will be meeting today at lunch in room 405.
Miss McColl's Spanish classes will be hosting the 2nd annual Day of the Dead Festival in the auditorium today. The event is free. It's open to everyone, so bring your family and friends. There will be games, mask making, artwork, music, dancing, and snacks will be sold. Check out all the altars students have created and stay for the fun. Remember, it's free and is from 2:15 to 3:45 today after school.
Avid members, there will be a meeting today in Mrs. Lopez's class at 5:30 in room 305.
Football and volleyball's next sport game will be scheduled today after school. Tetzlaff will be competing against Whitney. Keep up the good work, Trojans.
On tomorrow, College Board will be paying a visit to our school for our Springboard program.
Any students in need of binder organization are welcome to Miss McColl's class in room 103 on Tuesdays and Thursdays during lunch. The Avid tutors will assist in cleaning and organizing students' binders. For further questions, please pay a visit to Miss McColl.
Students, please throw away your trash and keep the lunch area clean. The music played on Fridays will be determined by the appearance of the lunch area. It is every Trojan's job to keep Tetzlaff looking great.
The annual bus drill will be at the end of the day today. The bus will arrive on campus around 1:50. An announcement will be made to release all bus riders. Students must show their ID with the bus sticker to be released at the time of the announcement.
All right, Trojans, it's time for today's action-reaction segment with vines to lighten the Wednesday's mood.
Good morning, Tetzlaff Trojans. This week's vines are by Josh Kwandike Barr. Let's take a look.
Still, math homework so fun. One time I don't know how to act normal in front of my friend's dog. Oh, she's so cute. Delicious. If your phone wet, it's okay. Leave a bag of rice next to it overnight. It attract Asian and they will fix it. What guys, you're really cute. You want to hang out sometimes? But them Asians though. A plus B equals C plus D. So you want to date me? Once you go Asian, you never miss the equation.
Uh-oh. I know about you. Battlefield 22.
My mom's like, someone calling you. Who? I get it. Online dating be like, wow, she looks so pretty in her photos. I'm meeting her today. I'm 46 years old. My name's the Hum Dum 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 Dum. Asian's favorite song? The hello. Math diddy big, math diddy big. 10, 10, 10, 10, 8 coffee. Yeah, I'm Asian. I write the math and equation.
Cool, those vines made me feel like I should try harder in math. Did you know that Vine's logo is a connected V and I in the same way a vine would wrap around a tree? If you turn the logo upside down, you may notice that the number 6 appears, which is the number of seconds a video can be. Also, did you know that 5 vines are tweeted every second? Well, that wraps up this week's Vines. I'm Isaac, and I'll see you next week with Vines.
That's it for the play-by-play at Tetzlaff.
Check out our Facebook page at Live in 5 Show to follow up on our stories.
We'll be right back after the break.
I've been chewing this gum all day. I'm sick of it. Oh, what a beautiful day today. I cause trouble everywhere I go. Look at that kid, stepping on my gum. Enjoy the good times. Avoid chaos like me. Help? Anybody? Hello?
A ship from the UK sent help to the sick in Sierra. They brought bandages, medicine, food, and people to stop the Ebola virus from spreading more into Africa. The UK also brought 32 trucks and 3 helicopters to transport the sick to quarantine areas. If any crew members get infected with the disease, then they will be transported to a clinic on ground.
On October 28th, Rhino Hooten, a motorcyclist, was riding on his motorcycle with his helmet cam recording when he rode up to an overturned car with a woman trapped and ensnared in her own seatbelt. The woman was panicking and suffocating from the seatbelt wrapped around her torso. The car started to smoke and make unearthly noises. Another driver was calling for a knife to cut the seatbelt because her weight was on the door. Rhino turned out to have a pocket knife with him and started to cut away the seatbelt. At that moment, smoke started to come out of the other side of the car. Rhino's helmet cam video went viral and received 600,000 views. Rhino said he was surprised and that the act he did came naturally.
Arnell, do you have something entertaining for us? Let's see. Good morning, Arnell.
Yes, Caleb, I do have something entertaining. The King of Pop, Michael Jackson, is going to be returning in 3D. Thriller, the 14-minute video made in 1983, will get revamped by director John Landis, who wanted to recreate the video in 3D and release it next year. He says it will be, quote, very exciting to see on the big screen, end quote. The video is also expected to look highly polished because of its three-dimensional look. Let's see what's going on in the world of weather. Good morning, Sammy.
Good morning, Tetzlaff Trojans. It's time for the weather. As you can see in Earth, it's going to be around 55 degrees, so it's going to be pretty cool. Moving more up all the way to Washington, it's going to be about 53 degrees. Moving more to Texas, it's going to range in the medium 40s to the high 70s. Going more up north to Maine, it's going to be in the 45, so it's going to be pretty cool over there. All right, now it's time for the 5-day forecast. All throughout the week, it'll be in the high 80s, except for the end of the week, which will be in the low 80s. All right, now it's time to see what you guys said with the poll. Good morning, Avery.
Today we have Carla with us. Good morning, Carla.
Good morning.
Will you please read this week's web poll for us?
Should students be able to bring backpacks to class?
Here's what our viewer said. Yes, because we could use the locker room for other purposes. Another viewer said no, because you could sneak in unauthorized items such as food. We want to hear from you. Be sure to visit us online at Live in 5 Show to vote. Send your comments to #LiveIn5Poll or email us at webpoll@liveinfiveshow.com. And if it's good, we'll read it on the air. So, Carla, what do you think?
I think we should bring backpacks to school so we don't have to go to our locker to get all our stuff.
Thank you. Let's see what Christian has to say about last night's NBA basketball.
Thank you, Avery. That ball was great. Yesterday, the Cleveland Cavaliers faced off against the Portland Trail Blazers. Both teams had players who scored 20-plus points in the game. First quarter was the highest both teams scored for the game. Kevin Love led the Cavaliers with 22 points. Meanwhile, LeBron James having only 11. Trailblazers' best players were Damian Lillard, scoring 27 points, and Wesley Matthews with 21. Both players were dominating. Final score 82-21-1, Portland. Indiana Pacers went up against Milwaukee Bucks in Indianapolis. Roy Hibbert and Chris Copeland scored a combined points of 35 to end the day off. Starting rookie Jabari Parker only scored 10 points, but Brandon Knight helped the Bucks have the better edge when he scored 23 points and 7 rebounds with 2 assists. The Bucks beat the Pacers 81-87. Now the sporting news. After 14 years in the majors, second baseman Brian Roberts has retired. The 37-year-old played 13 years on the Baltimore Orioles and his last year on the Yankees. He was voted to 2 All-Star teams in 2005 and 2007. In year 2000, many considered Roberts one of the best offensive second basemen in baseball. 2005 was a particularly strong year for Roberts. He had 18 home runs, 73 runs batted in, and 27 stolen bases. Injuries and age had been affecting Roberts for the last 5 years. He only appeared in 283 regular season games from 2010 to 2014. During his last year with the Yankees, he had a .237 average with 5 homers and 21 runs batted in. His 1,327 games played are also 14th in Orioles franchise history. That wraps it up for sports. Time now to check it out to your daily 411.
Thank you, Christian. Today's 411 question is, how long did the Roman Empire last in years? 400 years, 450 years, 500 years, or 550 years? Take 5. The correct answer is 500 years. The Roman Empire began when Augustus Caesar became the first emperor of Rome.
Why may bankruptcy be good? Sorry. First of all, bankruptcy means that individuals borrow money from different places like furniture stores, banks, or car purchases, and later can't pay it back. This can happen to individuals, companies, and the government. Bankruptcy can have good endings in 2 different ways. There are 3 main kinds of bankruptcy: Chapters 7, 11, and 13. When a person files for bankruptcy under Chapter 11 and 13, it's like a shield against debt. People in these chapters get to keep their belongings, but their debt is erased. On the other hand, Chapter 7 is a different story. People lose their belongings and debts are forgiven. In the end, bankruptcy provides a fresh start for people who struggle financially. What is the downside to filing bankruptcy, though? Credit will be damaged for at least 7 years. Banks or stores will not loan money to people with bad credit, and it can be very difficult to find a job and almost impossible to rent a place to live. The best option is to avoid bankruptcy by avoiding unnecessary debt like credit card purchases and excessive car loans. Managing and budgeting money sets people up for success while avoiding the nightmares of bankruptcy. That wraps up the Daily Live in 5 for today. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody.
Looking for your love.